They are the walking tombs of heroes. Encased in ceramite, their mortal bodies long dead, yet their souls persist, bound to the armor that keeps them alive. Every step shakes the ground. Every weapon fired carries the weight of centuries. To see a dreadnought is to stare death itself in the face and know it is not merciful. To witness a dreadnought is to confront a paradox of life and death entwined. It is a relic of the past, a monument of flesh and metal fused into something both sacred and horrifying. Within the ceramite shell lies a soul, once human, a warrior of legendary feats, now bound to a machine that allows him to continue the mission for which he was trained long after his body has failed. Each step resonates across the battlefield, shaking the ground beneath foot soldiers and sending tremors of fear through the hearts of enemies. The dreadnought is not merely a weapon, it is a walking chronicle of countless wars, a testament to victories, losses, and unending vigilance. Its limbs are colossal, yet their movements are precise. Hydraulic servos and reinforced joints allow it to swing, lift, and strike with the combined force of siege engines and centuries of battle-honed instinct. When it fires its bolters, the roar is deafening, tearing through walls, vehicles, and ranks alike. To stand in the line of fire is to realize instantly that resistance is meaningless. The dreadnought does not hesitate, it does not falter. Every motion, whether advancing, firing, or crushing an enemy beneath its armored feet, is executed with the cold efficiency of inevitability. Soldiers on both sides of the battlefield instinctively recognize that their lives are no longer determined by courage or skill, but whether the dreadnought deems them relevant. Despite its terrifying efficiency, there is a rhythm to its presence. It does not rush blindly into carnage. Each movement is measured, deliberate, informed by centuries of experience distilled from the warrior trapped within. Sensors whir, optics scan, servos hum, and the battlefield becomes a living tableau, choreographed by a mind that has long since learned to calculate every variable before it manifests. The enemy hesitates, unsure whether to flee, surrender, or attempt a futile defense. Those who do resist find themselves swiftly, mercilessly extinguished. The dreadnought is less a participant in combat than a law of nature manifest, enforcing the rules of war with mechanical precision. To allies, the effect is disconcerting. Standing beside a dreadnought is both reassurance and reminder of human fragility. While the armored giant shields them and turns the tide of battle, individual courage seems almost irrelevant. Their contributions are minor ripples in a storm of unyielding purpose. The dreadnought's gaze, whether through glowing lenses or from behind its helm, communicates nothing personal, only the inexorable judgment of a machine tasked with war. Those who observe it feel the strange duality of awe and dread, realizing that the greatest warriors of the Imperium can be both protectors and indifferent arbiters of death. Even the battlefield itself acknowledges its presence. Buildings seem smaller, craters deeper, and flames higher. Smoke and debris swirl around its massive frame as if the world bends to accommodate the inevitability it represents. Every enemy casualty, every shattered wall, every overturned vehicle contributes to the growing legend of the dreadnought. Yet it moves without pride, without cruelty, without emotion, only duty, precision, and an unbroken will that terrifies as much as it inspires. This is the first truth of the dreadnought. It is a tomb that walks, a sentinel of memory and war, a force whose existence blurs the line between human and machine. To witness one is to feel the weight of centuries. To face one is to confront inevitability itself. Fear is not instinct, it is recognition. The true horror of a dreadnought is revealed not in its size or firepower, but in the knowledge that within its armored hull lies the soul of a once living hero, trapped yet unwilling to rest. Generations pass while it continues to fight, a sentinel of the Emperor's will, each battle etching new scars into ceramite and flesh alike. The pilot's consciousness endures, aware of centuries of war, yet bound to the armor that sustains life, even when the body beneath is long gone. To stand near such a being is to feel history breathing, a constant reminder that mortality has limits the Dreadnought no longer respects. Its movements are both deliberate and devastating. Massive arms swing with the power to shatter stone and bone alike, yet the efficiency of its strikes is almost surgical. Bolters thunder across the battlefield, firing in controlled bursts that shred enemy lines while conserving ammunition with mechanical intelligence. Every weapon discharge, every mechanical step, every act of destruction is premeditated, a continuation of the centuries of experience etched into the pilot's mind. Enemy soldiers hesitate, paralyzed between disbelief and instinctive fear, often failing to recognize that their survival depends solely on chance and proximity. The psychological weight is immense. To see a Dreadnought advance is to realize that resistance is futile. Its very presence reshapes the battlefield. Morale falters as soldiers instinctively understand the limits of their influence. Human courage, valor, and desperation matter little when weighed against the inexorable judgment of an immortal warrior bound to ceramite and duty. Allies feel a mix of reassurance and unease, protected by the Dreadnought's firepower, yet painfully aware of their own insignificance in the shadow of such unstoppable power. The battlefield itself becomes a stage for inevitability. Craters deepen with each step, flames leap higher as bolters rip through structures, and smoke coils around the armored giant like a living entity. Each casualty, each obstacle overcome, adds to its legend, a relentless testimony of centuries of war distilled into movement and firepower. And yet there is no malice in its actions. The Dreadnought does not revel in destruction. It is duty incarnate, an unblinking executor of the Emperor's will, a machine of war bound by honor, loyalty, and the faint echo of humanity that survives within. Even the enemy cannot escape its influence. Panic spreads faster than gunfire, formations crumble before they can respond, and hope dies in the hearts of those who face it. A Dreadnought is not a mere combatant, it is an immutable force of war, a walking verdict that renders the efforts of ordinary soldiers trivial. The mind may struggle to comprehend it, but the body and spirit respond instinctively. Fight, flee, or perish. The choice is never truly yours. This is the second truth of the Dreadnought. It is not only a weapon, but a chronicle of war, a living testament to human endurance, and a terrifying symbol that even death cannot erase. The ground trembles, the air fills with fire and smoke, and yet the pilot's mind within remains unbroken, forever carrying the weight of centuries and the knowledge that their purpose endures. Beneath the ceramite and servo-assisted limbs of a Dreadnought lies the preserved core of a warrior who once strode the battlefield as a living hero. His body may have succumbed to wounds, age, or disease, but the pilot's essence persists, bound to the armor in a state of eternal vigilance. Time holds no dominion over him. Centuries may pass, yet his purpose remains unchanged. Every battle, every campaign, every act of war becomes a continuation of a life that the flesh could not sustain. To observe such a being is to see mortality defied, a human spirit bound to metal and fire, enduring far beyond natural limits. The process that creates a Dreadnought is as horrifying as it is sacred. A grievously wounded space marine whose injuries are deemed irrecoverable may volunteer or be chosen to enter the sarcophagus of the Dreadnought. Within, life is sustained artificially, organs replaced or augmented, wounds sealed by technology and arcane science, while consciousness remains intact. Pain, once a constant companion of battle, is dulled but never erased. Memories of comrades lost, victories hard won, and horrors endured accompany the warrior eternally, shaping his perspective and deepening the weight of his duty. In battle, this fusion of flesh and machine manifests as an instrument of war unlike any other. Limbs powered by servos swing with a force capable of crushing tanks, structures, and enemy lines. Bolters discharge in calculated bursts, tearing through cover while conserving rounds with preternatural precision. Every motion, every action is informed by centuries of experience. The pilot's mind within the Dreadnought guides its steps, anticipates enemy movements, and ensures efficiency with a level of awareness impossible for ordinary mortals. Observers often describe it as inevitability made flesh, a force that reshapes the battlefield simply by existing. Allies, too, are affected by the Dreadnought's presence. Guardsmen fighting alongside it gain confidence, yet cannot shake the sense of personal irrelevance. Their actions, though valuable, are minor adjustments in a tableau dictated by the Dreadnought's unstoppable will. To be near one is to feel simultaneously protected and overshadowed, the scale of its power dwarfing human effort and reminding them of their mortality. For civilians and non-combatants, the sensation is far more visceral, awe mixed with terror as the armored giant towers over all, unyielding, inexorable, unfeeling. Enemies, however, confront pure despair. Facing a Dreadnought is to recognize futility instantly. Morale crumbles as formations falter, panic spreads faster than gunfire, and the realization dawns that survival is no longer governed by courage but by chance and position. The Dreadnought does not merely fight, it enforces the logic of war, ensuring that resistance is an inefficient illusion. And yet, within the machine, the pilot remains human enough to feel the echoes of empathy, sorrow, and pride, adding an eerie dimension to the terror it inspires. This is the first truth of the Dreadnought's duality. It is both warrior and tomb, machine and human, weapon and conscience. Its actions are guided by centuries of experience, yet every strike carries the weight of memory and honor. To witness it is to see the Imperium's past, present, and future converge in a single unstoppable form, a walking chronicle of heroism, sacrifice, and relentless duty. The Dreadnought is not simply a weapon, it is a guardian of memory, a living chronicle of battles fought and comrades lost. Its pilot, though trapped within ceramite and servo limbs, experiences each engagement with vivid intensity. Every explosion, every shot, every clash of steel reverberates through the centuries of his consciousness. Pain, though mediated by technology, lingers as a reminder of mortality once endured and the sacrifices that shaped him. Unlike ordinary soldiers, whose histories fade with time, the Dreadnought carries each memory as both burden and strength, channeling it into unyielding effectiveness on the battlefield. When the armored giant moves, the ground itself seems to acknowledge its presence. Craters form beneath its weight, smoke rises in eddies around armored limbs, and enemy formations falter instinctively. Bolters roar, chainswords tear through armor and flesh, and every step is a measured act of calculated violence. For ordinary mortals, the effect is psychological as much as physical. The Dreadnought imposes its will simply by existing, a force whose inevitability cannot be questioned or defied. Resistance is irrelevant. Hope is fleeting. Allies witnessing it in combat experience awe mixed with unease. Guardsmen fight with renewed confidence, yet the sheer scale and presence of the Dreadnought dwarf their efforts. Commands become secondary. Instinctive support fills in gaps dictated by the armored giant. Civilians and non-combatants, if present, often freeze in shock, unable to process the simultaneous majesty and terror of a living legend enclosed in ceramite. Every action, from firing a bolter to crushing an enemy with mechanical fists, is executed with centuries of learned efficiency, making heroism and survival seem trivial by comparison. enemies face a primal fear. Their calculations, training, and courage are rendered obsolete by the inevitability of the Dreadnought's approach. Morale crumbles even before engagement, and formations dissolve under its unstoppable advance. Bullets, grenades, and traps are reduced to mere inconveniences. By the time the foe recognizes the scale of their threat, the Dreadnought has already enacted outcomes with ruthless precision. It is not malice that drives it, it is duty, memory, and unbroken purpose, but the effect is total annihilation. Yet even in this relentless efficiency, fragments of the pilot's humanity linger, a fleeting hesitation to spare the innocent, a silent reverence for fallen comrades, a moment of calculated mercy, all underscore the paradox of the Dreadnought. It is a machine designed for war, yet haunted and enriched by the life it once had. This duality elevates the terror it inspires, a being so powerful, so relentless, yet containing within it the shadow of the man who made it. This is the second truth of the Dreadnought. It is unstoppable, unyielding, and terrifying in motion, but it is also haunted, burdened, and human. Every battle it fights is a testament to endurance, a lesson in inevitability, and a reminder that even in death, a hero can continue to protect, punish, and terrify. The battlefield quivers under the Dreadnought's approach, and with each step it asserts dominion over all who stand before it. Its servos whine, hydraulics hiss, and ceramite plates shift with lethal purpose, announcing the arrival of a force that is simultaneously ancient and unstoppable. To see it from a distance is to feel awe. To face it up close is to feel the crushing weight of inevitability. Mortals, no matter how well trained or courageous, register only one truth: survival depends entirely on proximity and luck. For the Dreadnought does not hesitate, does not falter, and does not err. Weapons in its massive hands are not wielded, they are extensions of centuries of experience and calculated judgment. Bolters discharge with pinpoint accuracy, tearing through cover and shattering morale in equal measure. Chain swords, power fists, and other close combat instruments move with devastating precision, capable of cleaving through armor and bone as effortlessly as a scythe through wheat. Each motion is choreographed by the pilot's mind, a mind that has processed countless campaigns, calculated thousands of outcomes, and integrated them into a seamless pattern of destruction. Enemies do not simply fall, they are anticipated, neutralized, and rendered irrelevant before they can act. Allies, though protected by the Dreadnought's unstoppable force, feel the paradoxical weight of awe and insignificance. Guardsmen follow, civilians watch in terrified reverence, and commanders adjust strategies unconsciously, allowing the armored giant to dictate the flow of battle. The Dreadnought does not command, it asserts. It does not inspire, it enforces. Its presence alone bends the tide of combat, a living law of war that cannot be ignored. Even the terrain is reshaped by its power. Buildings shatter, craters form beneath its weight, and smoke and fire coil around its armored frame as if the world itself acknowledges the unstoppable inevitability of its march. Every fallen foe, every obstacle overcome reinforces the psychological impact of this armored titan. Observers recognize instinctively that to face a Dreadnought is to confront inevitability itself, a force that embodies centuries of human skill, sacrifice, and unyielding purpose. Yet, within the machine, the pilot remains acutely aware. Memories of fallen comrades, victories hard won, and tragedies endured are encoded into every action, informing decisions with the precision of experience. It is this duality, the fusion of human memory and mechanical perfection, that renders the Dreadnought both awe-inspiring and horrifying. It is not merely a weapon, it is a sentient chronicle of war, imposing both fear and reverence across all who witness it. This is the first truth of the Dreadnought in action. It is unstoppable, it is terrifying, and it is guided by the indomitable will of a warrior whose life transcends death itself. To face one is to confront history, inevitability, and the unyielding weight of the Emperor's justice. The terror of a dreadnought is not in its size alone, nor merely in the weapons it wields, but in the realization that within its armored hull beats the memory and will of a warrior who has fought for centuries. It moves with purpose, each step calculated, each strike executed with precision honed by countless battles. To stand in its path is to experience inevitability incarnate. Every action is anticipated, every defense accounted for, and every chance of survival minimized. Mortals cannot outthink it, outrun it, or overpower it. They can only hope that the moment of reckoning arrives elsewhere. Its limbs swing with devastating force, smashing through barricades, vehicles, and enemy formations with the effortless authority of a natural disaster. Bolters roar, lighting the battlefield with flashes of destruction, while servos hiss and hydraulic pistons pump with lethal rhythm. Enemy soldiers falter, their morale crumbling before contact as the dreadnought moves with unstoppable momentum. Every step sends tremors across the ground, every action communicates inevitability, and every motion reflects centuries of skill and experience bound into a single living weapon. Allies witness a duality of awe and fear. Guardsmen fight more confidently alongside it, yet feel the weight of their own insignificance. Commanders unconsciously adjust tactics to complement its movements, surrendering control to the armored titan's logic. Civilians, if present, are paralyzed by a combination of reverence and terror, as the dreadnought embodies both protection and judgment. It does not inspire in the traditional sense. It dominates, reshapes, and enforces order upon the chaos of war, bending the battlefield to its will. Even the environment succumbs to its presence. Craters form beneath its feet, smoke and fire coil in the air like obedient entities, and debris is flung aside as if the world itself clears a path for its march. Enemy formations collapse before they can act, miscalculating the lethal precision of a machine guided by human consciousness. It is a predator in every sense, but one shaped not by instinct alone, but by the weight of experience and the echoes of centuries. Within the dreadnought, the pilot's mind remains alive, a vessel of memory and strategy. Pain, victory, and loss are recorded and processed, guiding each movement with deliberate intent. Even when surrounded, the dreadnought calculates, adapts, and executes with unmatched precision. This fusion of human memory and mechanical power creates a being that is as terrifying as it is magnificent, a sentinel of war whose existence challenges the very notions of life, death, and heroism. This is the second truth of the dreadnought. It is unstoppable, unerring, and terrifying in both action and presence. To confront one is to face the weight of centuries, the inevitability of judgment, and the relentless execution of a warrior who defies death itself. Mortals cannot command it, predict it, or resist it. They can only witness it and tremble. A dreadnought does not rest. Its vigil is unending, a constant patrol across battlefields that span worlds, centuries, and wars. Within its armored hull, the pilot endures, a consciousness trapped yet active, reliving memories of comrades fallen, victories hard won, and horrors witnessed. Time holds no dominion here. The dreadnought is both guardian and avenger, a sentinel whose existence defies mortality. Each battlefield it traverses becomes an extension of its purpose, a canvas upon which duty, memory, and destruction converge in inexorable harmony. Every movement is a study in terrifying efficiency. Massive limbs swing with deliberate precision, capable of pulverizing fortifications, vehicles, or enemy formations in moments. bolters roar with devastating authority, ripping through cover while calculating trajectories that maximize lethality. The Dreadnought's sensors track multiple threats simultaneously, integrating centuries of combat experience into a continuous, unbroken flow of tactical supremacy. Enemies falter even before engagement, their morale crumbling at the sight of a living monument to war and vengeance. Allies perceive it differently, feeling both reassurance and unease. Guardsmen benefit from the armored Titan's protection, yet their own contributions seem minor in the shadow of such unstoppable power. Commanders adjust tactics unconsciously, allowing the Dreadnought's actions to dictate the flow of battle. Civilians, if present, experience awe mixed with terror, witnessing a being that is at once guardian and judge, capable of mercy yet indifferent to their plight. Every action, every measured strike, every footstep reinforces the perception that resistance is not futile, it is irrelevant. Even the terrain acknowledges its presence. Craters form beneath its immense feet, smoke coils around armored shoulders, and the wreckage of war is rearranged by its sheer momentum. Enemy formations break under the weight of its advance, unable to anticipate or counter the relentless efficiency of a being guided by both human memory and mechanical perfection. Each moment reinforces the inevitability of the Dreadnought, a walking testament to centuries of service, sacrifice, and unflinching duty. Within the sarcophagus, the pilot experiences a paradoxical existence. Pain, sorrow, and memory are preserved, guiding each motion with deliberate intent. The echoes of fallen comrades, the lessons of centuries, and the drive to uphold the Emperor's will all coalesce into a singular purpose: to continue the fight, no matter the cost. It is this fusion of humanity and machine that terrifies both friend and foe alike. The Dreadnought is unstoppable, unfeeling in combat, yet haunted by the fragments of a life that will never fully end. This is the first truth of the Dreadnought's eternal vigil. It is both guardian and executioner, a force that enforces the will of the Imperium while carrying the weight of memory, duty, and relentless purpose. To witness one is to confront the paradox of life and death fused into a single, immovable sentinel. The Dreadnought's march is relentless, a cadence that echoes across the battlefield, shaking the ground and instilling fear in all who witness it. Every step carries the weight of history, every motion a reminder that time cannot undo the service of a warrior bound to ceramite. For enemies, this is more than a confrontation. It is the encounter with inevitability itself. Bolters thunder, chainswords slice, and servo-assisted fists crush, leaving devastation in their wake. Those who oppose it falter instantly, their training and courage rendered irrelevant by a force that embodies centuries of experience and perfection. Allies, while shielded by the armored giant, feel the paradox of reassurance and insignificance. Guardsmen adjust instinctively, placing themselves to maximize the Dreadnought's effectiveness, while commanders unconsciously let the Titan dictate the flow of battle. Civilians witness awe and terror in equal measure, caught between the instinct to flee and the realization that they are in the presence of a protector of the Imperium, a being whose existence surpasses understanding. Its very presence reshapes the battlefield. Walls crumble, structures collapse, and debris scatters, as if reality itself acknowledges the supremacy of this walking war machine. Yet the Dreadnought is more than a weapon of destruction. Within the sarcophagus, the pilot experiences memory, emotion, and pain. Each action is guided not just by tactical calculation, but by centuries of lessons, losses, and victories. The echoes of fallen comrades and battles fought long ago inform every decision, blending humanity and machine into a seamless instrument of war. The fusion is terrifying, for it ensures that every strike is both precise and deliberate, every movement both efficient and imbued with centuries of knowledge. Even the environment seems to bend around it. Craters deepen under its feet, smoke and flame twist unnaturally as the Titan moves, and enemy formations collapse before contact. Morale crumbles, and hope dies before the first shot lands. To observe a dreadnought in motion is to witness inevitability made manifest, a relentless force that cannot be stopped or bargained with. Every action reinforces its status as a living legend, a sentinel who enforces the Imperium's will and the imperatives of war itself. This is the second truth of the Dreadnought. It is haunted yet unyielding, terrifying yet reverent, unstoppable yet informed by memory and conscience. It embodies the paradox of life and death fused in steel, a living testament to heroism, sacrifice, and the relentless enforcement of the Imperium's justice. To encounter one is to confront the weight of centuries, to feel the presence of inevitability, and to understand that a warrior's duty does not end with death, it only begins anew. The battlefield lies in shattered ruin, yet the presence of the Dreadnought brings a weight that no destruction can diminish. Enemies have fled, walls smolder, and debris hangs in the smoke-choked air, but the armored sentinel continues its patrol with unwavering purpose. Within its ceramite shell, the pilot endures, carrying centuries of battles, victories, and losses. Each step is measured, each action deliberate, guided by memories that would have broken a mortal mind long ago. To see it move is to feel the crushing inevitability of the Imperium's judgment made manifest. Its weapons are extensions of both machine and memory. Bolters roar in thunderous bursts, reducing enemy fortifications to splintered ruin, while power fists and chainswords crush and cleave with devastating precision. Every strike is calculated, honed by centuries of experience, and executed without hesitation. Enemies do not simply fall, they are anticipated, neutralized, and rendered irrelevant before they even grasp the threat. Morale collapses under the weight of inevitability, hope withering as the armored giant advances. The Dreadnought is not only unstoppable, it is the culmination of a warrior's lifetime of skill, fused with technology beyond comprehension. Allies cannot escape the paradox of awe and insignificance. Guardsmen take shelter under the Dreadnought's protection, but their contribution seems small, fleeting, almost unnecessary in the shadow of its inexorable power. Commanders unconsciously allow the Titan to dictate the flow of combat, abandoning micromanagement as the armored giant executes every maneuver with flawless precision. Civilians and non-combatants, if present, are paralyzed between reverence and terror, unable to reconcile the paradox of a protector that is also a machine of pure destruction. The environment itself bends to the Dreadnought's will. Craters form beneath its feet, smoke coils around its armored shoulders, and fire reflects off battle-scarred ceramite as if nature itself acknowledges the inevitability of its movement. Structures crumble, debris is sent flying, and the battlefield becomes a stage for the fusion of human memory and mechanical perfection. Every obstacle is methodically removed, every threat eliminated, until nothing remains to challenge the relentless presence that strides above all. Within the sarcophagus, the pilot endures the paradox of eternal service. Pain, memory, and honor guide every decision. The echoes of fallen comrades, the lessons of centuries, and the imperative of the Emperor's will coalesce into a single, unbroken purpose: to continue the fight, protect the Imperium, and impose judgment where it is needed. It is this fusion of humanity and machine that renders the Dreadnought both awe-inspiring and horrifying, a living testament to the horror and majesty of war. This is the first truth of legends made flesh. The Dreadnought is unstoppable, eternal, and a living chronicle of heroism and sacrifice. To witness one is to confront history itself, to feel the weight of centuries, and to realize that even in death, a hero can continue to enforce judgment and inspire fear. The Dreadnought moves with purpose, each step a reminder that time has no dominion over those bound to ceramite. The pilot within endures centuries of war, memory and experience fused with metal into a force that reshapes the battlefield. Bolters roar in precise, calculated bursts, tearing through enemy cover and reinforcing the inevitability of its advance. Power fists and chain swords crush with unstoppable force, leaving devastation as a testament to both skill and relentless duty. Enemies crumble before understanding, struck down not by chance, but by centuries of perfected technique encoded into every movement. Allies, though shielded and guided, feel both awe and insignificance. Guardsmen fight under its protection, yet their courage feels trivial beside its unstoppable presence. Commanders unconsciously let the Dreadnought dictate strategy, understanding that its decisions far surpass their own judgment. Civilians, if present, experience terror mixed with reverence, witnessing a being that is at once protector and harbinger of death. Its mere presence reshapes the world around it. Walls crumble, fire and smoke twist unnaturally, and debris scatters in accordance with its path. The battlefield becomes a living testament to the fusion of human skill and machine perfection. Within the armored hull, the pilot's mind remains vivid, haunted by memories of comrades fallen, victories won, and horrors endured. Each act of destruction is guided by experience, each movement informed by centuries of observation. Pain and honor coexist, blending into a relentless efficiency that makes the Dreadnought terrifying in motion and almost reverent in purpose. Its existence bridges the gap between life and death, a paradox that inspires fear and awe simultaneously. Enemies face a psychological as well as physical onslaught. Their formations collapse before contact, morale erodes instantly, and hope dies under the shadow of inevitability. The Dreadnought enforces the immutable laws of war with unflinching precision. Its wrath is not born of malice, but of duty, yet the effect is total annihilation. Each engagement becomes a demonstration of relentless strategy and the weight of centuries of knowledge, teaching that resistance is not futile, it is irrelevant. This is the second truth of legends made flesh. The Dreadnought is eternal, unstoppable, and a living chronicle of heroism and sacrifice. Its pilot endures beyond death, memory fused with machine, carrying the legacy of warriors past while enacting the Emperor's will with terrifying precision. To witness it is to confront inevitability itself, a force that blends fear, respect, and awe into a singular, unforgettable presence. The final truth of the Dreadnought is revealed, not in its firepower or armor, but in its endurance. Centuries may pass, entire campaigns may crumble, yet it continues its march, unbroken, unwavering, and ever vigilant. Each battlefield it traverses is a testament to the lives it once lived and the warriors it has protected. Within its armored sarcophagus, the pilot experiences each moment with clarity, every victory, every loss, every horror etched into the mind and heart, guiding its movements with perfect judgment and relentless purpose. To witness it is to witness history in motion, the echoes of heroism and sacrifice made flesh and machine. Every action the Dreadnought undertakes is deliberate. Bolters fire in coordinated bursts, tearing through enemy lines with surgical precision. Power fists crush, chain swords shred, and servos hiss as the Titan moves with preternatural grace and strength. Its enemies are rendered irrelevant before understanding their fate. Formations collapse, hope dies, and morale evaporates in the presence of a being that embodies centuries of skill, memory, and unyielding duty. This is more than war. It is inevitability, enforced with unrelenting force. Allies, too, feel the duality of awe and insignificance. Guardsmen fight beneath the shadow of its massive frame, their bravery amplified, yet simultaneously dwarfed by the sheer scale of its presence. Commanders adapt instinctively, allowing the Dreadnought's decisions to dictate strategy. Civilians witness reverence and terror intertwined, observing a protector and an executor simultaneously. The battlefield itself bends to its will. Walls crumble, debris flies, fire twists unnaturally, and every movement reshapes reality around it, leaving a world that is both scarred and sanctified in its wake. Inside the armored hull, the pilot's consciousness remains vivid and relentless. Memories of fallen brothers, battles survived, and victories won inform every motion. Pain, honor, and duty converge into an unbroken continuum, blending humanity with machine into a singular instrument of precision and judgment. Each action is a continuation of life, even in death, a paradox that makes the Dreadnought both awe-inspiring and horrifying. Its existence is a living chronicle of courage, sacrifice, and unending service to the Emperor. The Dreadnought is more than a weapon. It is a legend incarnate. To face it is to confront inevitability itself, to feel the weight of centuries, and to understand that heroism does not end with death. It evolves, endures, and enforces its will across time. Every step, every strike, every flash of red optics communicates an unflinching message. The Imperium's defenders are eternal, and its judgment absolute. The battlefield may change, enemies may fall, and time may pass, but the Dreadnought marches on, an immortal sentinel, a living tomb, and the embodiment of the Emperor's indomitable will. This is the final truth. A Dreadnought is both human and machine, guardian and executioner, legend and reality. Its presence inspires fear, reverence, and awe simultaneously, leaving all who witness it with a singular understanding of the terror and majesty of war in the grim darkness of the far future.